Hello, I'm David Cassidy with the midweek summary today, Wednesday, the 16th of December. Given the lack of any significant economic data releases so far this week, global equity markets have been fairly muted and remain hostage to the tug of war between vaccine optimism and further stimulus versus the growing number of coronavirus cases that is still being fought. Most of California went under new strict lockdowns last week, and as we've previously stated, not only is California the largest economy in the US, accounting for around 15% of the country's gross domestic product, but its economy is actually bigger than that of the UK. And unfortunately, Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, stated that New York was also currently heading towards a second full shutdown if cases and hospitalizations continue to rise. And New York is the third largest economy in the US, and it's around the same size as the Canadian economy. Additionally, Germany starts its hard lockdown today, and London moves into Tier 3 and tougher restrictions. As such, there will obviously be some short-term headwinds for economic activity and therefore some messy economic data at the start of 2021 as a result of the latest resurgence in coronavirus cases. However, while we appreciate that it is disappointing, it's important to look past this as we don't believe it is a match for the prospect of a post-vaccine world in 2021, given Pfizer's vaccine rollout is now underway and Moderna's vaccine approval is expected any day, and the widespread availability of a number of vaccines will allow the global economy to fully reopen as we move through 2021 and, more importantly, stay open. As a consequence, it's important, as usual, to maintain a long-term perspective and look forward to upside potential for global equity markets, as we don't believe this return to normalcy has yet to be fully reflected in equity prices. Furthermore, more monetary easing can't be ruled out, which will be positive for equity markets, as 3 of the major central banks have policy meetings this week. The US Federal Reserve meet later today, while the Bank of England meet tomorrow, and the Bank of Japan on Friday, which we'll of course update you about in our weekly market summary on Monday.